All right, hi guys. This video is just a quick refresher on lesson 2.7. You should have gotten the worksheet already. We're going to work through the study guide and intervention worksheet just as a refresher since it's been a little bit since you were working on your Blizzard bags and we had the weirdness with that. So I'm just going to kind of give you a reminder here. So when we're talking about percent of change, by the way, you could write this in your notes if you want to. We're going to hop into our study guide and intervention worksheet in just a second. So you don't really have to write it because you already have notes from before, unless you weren't here on those days, in which case you could maybe copy some of these down. So we want to first determine whether it's an increase or a decrease. So the original was 20, the new is 4. We are decreasing from 20 to 4, so we know for sure already that this is a decrease. I hope your handwriting is better than mine on here. Then we're going to set up a ratio. Again, you could pause this if you want to copy it down. I'm going to keep moving forward. We want to set up a ratio. So we have the change over the original amount, the percent of change over 100%. So remember that change, we got that 16 from 20 minus 4. The change from 4 to 20 was 16. And that's what you're going to set up. So if you don't have any notes on this lesson, I would copy this down. Again, you should already have this in your notes. So if you have it, no biggie. We're going to hop to our study guide and intervention worksheet. So if you would pull that out, or if you need to write this down, pause the video. I'm going to keep moving forward. So on your study guide and intervention worksheet, it should be on this side, the side with less problems. We're looking at original being, oh, this is on our worksheet. Nope. Okay, it's on this side right here. This one, number 1. I got distracted by my 10, 11, and 12 because your math teacher can't count. No, I actually deleted some of the problems from here just to shorten it up. But so our original was 50, our new is 80. It says it wants to state whether there's a percentage change increase or decrease. From 50 to 80, it is an increase. So the first thing we're going to do is write that it is an increase. So we say increase on here. Increase. Then I want to know my percent, or I want to know my percent of change. I don't know what it is yet. So I know that I'm going to have P over 100. I don't know my percent. I usually put P as my unknown variable if it's percent. Then I want, if we were to look back at our notes from before, I want my change over the original amount. So my change, I need to figure out. I have 80 and 50. From 50 to 80, I have changed 30. If you cannot do one of these in your head, you just do the bigger number minus the smaller number. And then we're going to talk about our original. The change was 50. Or I mean, our original was 50, our change was 30. Then we're going to just do cross products just like you did before. So we have 50 times P. And that is going to be equal to 30 times 100. You could multiply this out. I'm thinking I see a 50 and 100, and I'm going to be able to cancel out pretty easily and do this in my head. So we're going to divide both sides by 50 because that's the inverse of multiplying by 50. Because I want to solve for P. 50 and 100 have a common factor of 50. So I'm going to cross off the 50. 50 divided by 50 is 1. And 100 divided by 50 is 2. So now my P, my percent increase is 30 times 4, which is just 60. Remember, when you have problems like these, I want you to answer in words. So the increase was 60%. I wonder if I could write it with this. Increase. That's worse. Increase, that's what that's supposed to say, was 60%. Don't you guys miss that sound? I'm sure you don't, but that's all right. So the increase was 60%. And that is our final answer. That is all we have to do for problems like these. I'm not going to take you through a ton just because we did some in class before we left. The other kind of problems you'll get is when you know the percent. You know that percent right there. So you're going to check out, in this case, the shirt was $24 and the sales tax was 4%. I want to know, what is 4% of 24? So I don't know the part here. I know what I'm starting with, so I don't know my part. I'm going to call it X. Usually call X to unknowns. And that's over 24. Then my sales tax was 4%. 4% can be written as 4 over 100. And now we can find cross products to find what our percent is. So 100 times X and 24 times 4. So that gets us to 100x equals, 24, 48, 48 doubled is 96. Then we can divide both sides by 100. At any point, if you want to use a calculator, you are more than welcome to. You do not have to do it all in your head. So we have 96 over 100. So x equals 9.6. And then you can go with that to find the cost of it if that's what it's asking you. It depends on what it's asking you in each problem. All right, I'm going to stop it here just to keep my video short. Go ahead and try your study guide and intervention. Finish that up. Tomorrow you have some problems in your textbook to do and the worksheet to do. And then you have your mini test coming up, so that you could use your textbook, your notes, whatever you want on there. You will do that on your mini test. And then you have a lesson for next week as well, so that's included on this USB or on the Google Drive, wherever you're watching this. All right, have a good day, guys. I appreciate that you watched this far and that you're continuing your learning. All right, see you guys.